Hi guys, Steph here. So I have a card to share for Hot Rod's Boutique design team, and I will put all the links down below. It's Hot Rod's Boutique on Etsy, Brittany H here on YouTube. There's also a Facebook page, which if you like it, and we reach 125 likes, there will be a giveaway, and if we reach 150, there's another giveaway. If you post photos of your projects using Whimsy or Avery Elle products, and you post a photo of your project on there, you will be entered for another giveaway. And then, trying to think, also, if you use the coupon code DTCALL2014, you'll get 15% off of your purchase, and that's till the end of the month, and that'll all be down below. So I have one card today, and it's using this Whimsy stamp called, it's little tag-alongs called Little Bells by Elizabeth Bell. And I didn't end up using the cat. I had colored it and was going to, but then I changed the whole layout of the card and didn't use the cat, but I have it for another, project eventually. So you can ignore the cat colors, but these are the Copic colors I used on her. And she's a really nice size stamp. So this is the card that I made, and I did not use any pattern paper, and I know it's going to look a little dark on here, but in person it's not as dark and it's nice and sparkly. So it's on just some white Nina Solar White cardstock, and it's 5.5 by 5.5. And then I didn't use pattern paper, as I said. I used just colored cardstock. So up here is Enchanted Evening, and down here is Pine Feather, both from Paper Tray Ink. And then Summer Sunrise, I believe that is. But this is my girl. And instead of the kitten with her, there's a fox, and I'll get into that in a minute. So I just Copic colored her. I added some blue Wink of Stella to the bows in her hair, and some black Wink of Stella to her hair. And I think that's all that I really added to her. I kept her pretty. I wanted her to really pop off with all the dark colors. So then what I did was I took my blue cardstock, Enchanted Evening, and I used Avery Elle's Written in the Stars, and I used this border one, the heart, the two little ones to fill in, and on the inside I used this sentiment, which I'll show you in a minute. And I stamped it all using my Hero Arts silver ink, and then while it was still nice and wet, I went over it with my Pearl X pigment powder in Macro Pearl and just brushed it on with a little powder brush, and that way it gave extra sparkle to the stamped parts, and then there's actually sparkle on the paper as well, so nice and shiny, and it just made that silver pop more. And then around the edges I went over it with a little bit of Black Soot Distress ink. And then to make this heart kind of pop out, and it's different in person, you see the dimension on it, I use a little wood veneers and heat emboss them with Hero Arts silver embossing powder, as well as this wood veneer here and here. And then the rest are stickers, which I'll show in a... I'll just show you now. I use these stickers here and these here from Cloud9, and just added them here and there. And then this is a Studio Calico chipboard cloud. And then, shush, it's just a neighbor. For the moon, I just used a circle punch and punched out some yellow cardstock. I went around it with some mustard seed, and then stamped I Miss You, which is from Avery Elle's Handwritten Notes. And it goes straight across, but I just masked off part of it and stacked it up and down to make it fit into the moon. And then for... trying to get it to show good. For these trees and hills back here, now this tree here is a wood veneer from Studio Calico, but the rest of the trees are using just some pine feather cardstock, or pine needle, no, pine feather, and this Paper Tray Ink dye, one here. And I just went around and added more of the green cardstock to the bottom and went around it using the pine needle distress ink and some dark green Wink of Stella on the tops of the trees. For the mountain, I used for the mountain and the fox, and also there's a little critters on the inside, I used Avery Elle's Happy Camper. And for these, for the mountain, I used, first I colored it with Prismacolor pencils, and then I went over it with my distress inks. I did the pine needles on the bottom and some Dusty Concord on the top, and a little bit of clear Wink of Stella on the tops as well. And then for the fox, I stamped that using my Hero Arts Red Royal ink and popped him up a little bit. And then for the camper van, I used Avery Elle's Home Sweet Home. And again, I used my Prismacolor pencils on this as well. And I went over the purple areas with clear Wink of Stella, glossy accents on the door and window, and also on the tire. So there's that. And then down here I used this Off on an Adventure. It's a rubber embellishment from Freckled Fawn in the March kit. So that is the front of the card. And then on the inside, all I did was, for up here I did it a little different. I stamped the star stamp again, and then I stamped it with the silver, and then I went over it with my Recollection Sparkle Glitz embossing powder, and got a little bit of a different shine. I didn't want it dusting off into here. And then from the same set, I used the Good Friends Are Like Stars. You don't always see them, but you know they're always there. And then just some of the green cardstock. And then these two critters are again from the Happy Camper. And I stamped them. I stamped this one using Pumpkin Pie. And I stamped this one using my archival sepia, I think, and then use some Prismacolor pencils on him. And then for these trees down here, I just used my Lawn Fawn Happy Trails stamp and die set, so just the two trees, and cut those out and Copic colored them. So that is the card, and I had started off with this card with a day scene, which I'm going to use those things that I had already stamped for another scene card, but I ended up just changing it up. I said, you know, I really want to try and use a bunch of Avery Elle product and with my whimsy stamp and make a whole scene. So I think I accomplished that. I ended up using, you know, one whimsy stamp and 1, 2, 3, 4 Avery Elle stamps. So I'm proud of myself. So that is it. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you could see the colors and everything okay, because it is dark on camera, but in person it's not as dark. So show you a little bit of different angles there. So thanks for watching, and go check out Hot Rods Boutique. She just posted the new whimsy release, and there are a ton of new Time for Tea designs. Oh, they're so cute. You got to check them out, and you can get them with the coupon code right now. So hurry up before they're gone. Thanks for watching. Bye.